welcome to our session brought to you today by Clarion Retail, who present Home and Gift, Top Drawer, January Furniture Show, Manchester Furniture Show and Reveal. I'm Elle, the e-commerce assistant, and I specialise in helping small and growing brands with their Shopify websites and email marketing. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how you can harness the power of email marketing to allow you to be in control of how and when you speak directly with your customers. I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can not just create a brand, but try and create a community your customers want to be a part of. This in turn means you can nurture them into becoming your fans and cheerleaders who support you across the whole marketing mix and on your website. So we're going to get straight into it, and I'm going to focus on 3 tips that you can start with right away to start getting that data and how you can use it and really speak in a personalized way to your customers. So tip 1 is all about getting the email addresses from your potential customers and website visitors. So there's various places you're going to want to ask for email addresses on your website. First of all, you want to make sure you have a pop-up, which we'll speak more about in a moment. You're also going to want to make sure you've got a footer that's asking for email addresses. You want to ask in the checkout. You might also have landing pages, and there might be other various pages on your website where you do ask. So you want to cover all the bases, because if I've seen a pop-up and I've thought, oh, I'm just going to click off that for now, I might think, oh, they were offering me a nice offer, and now I'm quite interested. If you've then not got a sign up in the footer where we'd expect it, then you might actually miss out on acquiring that data and making that sale. So firstly, what do you want to say? What are you going to say to get these email addresses? You want to swap something for their email address. So you need to offer them something. Now, the most common thing is probably a discount. So a 10% welcome discount I see most often. That feels like it's really popular and quite easy to do. Some people might not want a discount, and that's fine. You could offer free shipping on their first order. You could offer a freebie with their order, or you could just let them know that what content they're going to receive. And there might be something in that, like that you're going to send them, more of a lead magnet. So this is less common for e-commerce businesses, but it still might be something you want to offer. So when you're asking for their email address, we want to make it really clear what you're offering them for their email address, and also what they're going to then receive from your emails. So are they going to receive weekly emails? Are they going to receive monthly emails? What's going to be in the emails? Is it exclusive email offers? Is it content that you're going to write for them that's going to help them? Is it like a style guide or a monthly news roundup? You want to let them know and set their expectations straight away, so they know, right, I'm going to get these emails X amount. And I think if you do that, you are reducing the amount of unsubscribes you get straight away, because sometimes if you've offered a discount, someone purchases, they then might unsubscribe. So just let them know. Now, let's go back to the pop-up. So I think the pop-up is going to be the most common way you're going to acquire subscribers on your website. So really focus on what you put on there and how you design it. My top tips for that are keep it really simple. Just put what you need to get their email address. So if you're offering 10%, let them know. And a very short amount of text to say they are obviously subscribing to regular emails. You need to let them know that. So you've said you're going to get a discount. You said you're subscribing, and you want to then at that point just ask for their email address in a box and hit subscribe. Don't have anything else there. What you also want to make sure is that when you're designing it, that it doesn't take up too much space. Like when you're on mobile, does it fill the whole screen? Is it really off-putting? Does it not format correctly? You need to make sure that they can easily sign up, but also easily close off, because not everyone is going to want to subscribe, and that's absolutely fine. So you need to really think about that. So testing it on desktop, testing it on mobile. In other places where you're going to acquire your customers' data, you can absolutely add a bit more information. So maybe like in the footer where you are also going to ask for subscribers, make sure the offer is there, but also you could add a bit more copy because you've got the space to do so. It's not someone like literally seeing a pop-up and deciding whether they want to subscribe. So that's a place where you could elaborate a little bit more. And again, if you're asking in checkout, don't just use the generic sign up for emails. Change that text, make it customized to your brand, your tone of voice. Tell them that there's an offer to be had. Tell them what they can expect. So we're back to the pop-up. If a customer's signing up via pop-up, you've asked for their email, but we've kept it very simple. They've hit subscribe. The next thing you can do is you can add a second step to that pop-up, especially when you're using something like Klaviyo, instead of creating the pop-up within your actual website. And what that step can then ask for, instead of just saying, oh, great, you're on the list, or here's your code, or check your inbox, add the second step. And that's a place you can really try and enrich your data. And what I mean by that is you can use this to say, oh, thanks for subscribing. Could we just quickly ask you? So if you sell homeware, you might ask them what their interests are specifically. Are you interested in kitchen? Are you interested in bathroom? If you sell clothes, you could ask what style they like to shop. If you could ask for birthdays at this point, or children's birthdays, whatever data that might help you get to know that customer. And I would keep it simple, like 1, maybe 2 questions at this point, but something that's really key for you to then be able to understand your customers more and split out that data. Use that second step to ask them to give you that, because they've already subscribed. They don't have to do it. They've already subscribed. They'll get their welcome email, they'll get their discount, whatever it is you've offered them. But it's a chance to just get to know your customer a little bit more. So tip 2. We've now got some data. You've got an email list, you're building subscribers, which is great. And it doesn't matter how many you have. You could have 100, you could have 100,000. The next step in the journey to creating these fans of your brand, I would focus on segmenting that list. So you've got your list, one huge list of email addresses. We might start to know a little bit about these people from what they've purchased, or what they've looked at on site, or what data you've acquired from your pop-up. And so now we want to actually use your email service provider to split out that data so that you can actually get to know your customers better. You can see who is doing what, because when you segment your list, these are dynamic, these segments, so they are constantly updating, and that means you can send targeted, relevant emails to those people. So the key segments I would definitely set up right away. First off, engaged. So who of your list is engaging regularly with you? So there's various different ways to set this up based on opening emails, clicking emails, viewing products on the site. But basically, are they actually engaging when you send an email? Are they interested in the brand, or have they potentially just signed up and forgotten about you? Or they've signed up and purchased but over a year ago, and that will come into that in a second. So you want to create an engaged list, and maybe a little bonus tip, a super engaged list. So the super engaged list is like the most engaged people, and then we want to use either super engaged or engaged, and we want to send those people your regular campaigns. You don't want to blast the whole list with your newsletter emails, or your weekly send, or your monthly roundup, whatever it is you send in terms of campaigns. You want to send that to your engaged segment, because this will help with your account. It will mean you're talking to the relevant people. The next segment you might want to think about is unengaged. So the opposite of that, who isn't clicking, who isn't opening, who just isn't interested anymore, because they're not at that point in their life where they need your brand. And I think a lot of small brands do worry about deleting subscribers from their list, but please don't. It's fine if someone isn't opening, clicking, or going on your website, and they've fallen out of love with the brand for whatever reason. Like I say, it might just be the wrong time in their life. There's nothing wrong with removing them. And there's ways you can give them a chance to come back to you, but I would just create that segment so you can quickly see how much of your list is really unengaged. The next segment you might want to think about is a VIP segment. The reason for this, and there's various ways to do this, so it really depends on your brand and what you sell. If you've got really high ticket items, you might It might be like a lower order count or a higher value of lifetime spend. If you've got a food brand where people are constantly replenishing, say once a month they tend to replenish, like a coffee brand, you might then set a higher order value, repeat order value, to be your VIP. So just think about what makes a VIP. Is it 2 orders or is it £500? So whatever that is, create a segment for those people, and it should be fairly small. Like if your list was thousands, you're going to be in the hundreds, if not under 100. And what you can do with that list is you can send them like such targeted emails. You can tell them they're part of the VIP club or something, or tell them that, oh my gosh, we love you, we're so happy you love the brand. You can send them surveys or ask for feedback on new products. You could ask them to let you know what they think of the brand. Like they're already your cheerleaders and your brand champions, so use them. Like you can talk directly to them and ask for feedback. And I think you could send them like less marketing emails with design templates, and much more like typed out emails that like are directly from you, the founder of the brand, and just use them, ask them questions. There's loads more segments to make, but I'm just going to touch on one more. So if you've acquired data from your pop-up, so in your second step of your pop-up, if you have asked for a birthday or their favorite color, whatever the data is, straight away set up that segment. So straight away set up a segment of everybody that likes blue and everyone that likes red. So you are getting that data, fill up that segment, and you can start sending those customers, the right email at the right time, because that's what this is all about, this personalized email service almost, rather than just this blasting the list. Those customers who like cats, not dogs, will then get your cat emails, or you could create a monthly roundup specifically for that section, that segment of customers. And again, it links back to creating these loyal fans of the brand and making them feel part of your community and that you're speaking directly to them. Tip 3. So the next tip is all about flows or automations. So there's loads that you should be setting up and could be setting up, but I just wanted to focus on the welcome flow, because I think it's your chance to introduce yourself. You've built your pop-up, you're doing really well, it's converting lots of email subscribers, you're asking for some extra data, you're doing a great job. You now need to welcome those people to the brand, because they may be totally new to the brand. Even if someone's referred them or something, you need to tell them who you are and what you do. So the welcome flow is super important, and this will contain more than one email. It could be 3, it could be 5. Obviously just do what you can, but you want it to be a sequence of emails that goes out to the customer, and they might go every day over 5 days. They might have a day in between. Like you want to get them sent out to the customer quite quickly. And we can actually, not only are we saying this is who I am, this is what I do, this is what we sell, what we can also do in these welcome flows is ask for more data. So just like the pop-up, we can say, welcome to our brand, here's your discount. Could we just ask you a quick question? Like, could you let us know why you signed up? Is it because you're interested in XYZ? Like if you're a big brand, if you're a big multi-brand seller, let's say you're a children's shop, but you sell lots of different brands, you might want to give them like the option to let you know which brand they were most interested in, like your top 6 brands, which brand would you like to hear about? Or it could be product based, so or age based, especially if it's children, like what age child are you shopping for? And of course, again, birthdays, anniversary, anything date based is lovely to get. So you could ask for that in your first email or your second email, and you can let them know you want to find out more about them. Again, it's like you're saying, I want to get to know you. It's creating this much more personalized email marketing service to them, really, rather than just here's a generic welcome flow email. And actually, if you've already asked for data at the pop-up and you're starting to see things come through and you're learning more about these customers, they could be sent separate welcome flows. So depending on what they've answered, of in the data that you're collecting on the pop-up, they could get a slightly different welcome flow. So you're really just trying to use the data that you're collecting and send personalized emails, and that can be from flows or campaigns. The other thing you might want to do, as soon as you're starting to get subscribers and people on your visitors on your website, your email service provider, especially someone like Klaviyo, you're already getting data that you don't even need to ask for. So you're already getting when they've been on the website, have they purchased, how many orders, what's their location. So you can actually already set up flows. Like even if you're like, oh, I don't want to ask for data on the pop-up, I'm not ready to do that. That's fine. You've already got a load of data to use. So you can already set up flows based on that. So you can set up post-purchase flows based on how many orders someone's placed or what they've purchased. So if they've purchased a product within one range of your site, you could send them to, oh, hey, have you seen this? Or if it's food, again, you could say, we know you like this flavor of something, so do you want to check out this as well? So you've already got tons of data that you can start sending these personalized emails. And post-purchase is a big one. Like, I'm not going to go into it now, but that's a big one where you can start to really ensure your customers are seeing relevant emails to them. So if they've purchased a water bottle, you're then saying, oh my gosh, thank you for ordering our water bottle. Here's like a care guide. Here's how to keep your water bottle like fresh. Here's how to clean it. Don't put it in the dishwasher, like any of those tips. Yes, they'll be on your product page, but follow up with them and ask them if they'd like more information, and always, encourage them to reply to your emails and reply directly to you. Have that personalized touch, whether it's at the bottom of the email and you sign it off from yourself, the brand owner, or you're personalizing like the welcome. Hey, Elle, it's lovely that you bought the water bottle. We just wanted to let you know X, Y, and Z. And in your subject lines as well, not only use that data to create personalized emails, but actually talk to them as if they're a real person, and it's from you, the brand owner. Okay, so we've covered a lot in a short amount of time. 3 tips, but actually there's a lot more you can do. And I think just making sure that you're thinking back to that original point of, yes, we want to send emails, but how can we make it personalized to our customers and where they are in the journey of purchasing or have already purchased, and thinking how we can make them feel part of what we're doing. Like, how can we ask for feedback? How can we get, to get people to reply to emails is like a massive win. So there's lots more you can do, but that was just a little roundup of things you can start with to really just think about how you can use email marketing as a real tool to nurture those potential purchases and customers that you've already got. So thank you for watching. I really hope it's been useful. If you want to find out more about me or ask any more questions, then you can find me at theecommerceassistant.com or over on Instagram at theecommerceassistant. Please come and say hello, and just shout if you need any help, and enjoy the rest of the show.